Hello everyone, a very good morning. Welcome to what undoubtedly is one of the most eagerly awaited collections every single year. People wait and look forward to and save up for the Carnation Crafts Christmas release. Laura's here. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
How bizarre is this? 2nd of June, happy Christmas. Now, I've got to say, this, because you know I do craft TV for a living. This is the first launch I've seen from any company, okay? So if you want to get in early and get what has to be one of the most desirable collections of the entire year, please do order now. I know we went live with this on Facebook yesterday at 6 o'clock, and lots of you have already purchased it, put it in your basket and checked out. You know what? Your order will be posted today. You might even get it as early as tomorrow. And same goes for the launch show as well. If you get in early, you may get this tomorrow in the post. It will be dispatched this afternoon. It's called Wondrous Tidings. Take a little look at what you're going to get. I say take a little look, take a big look at what you're going to get, because this is magical. You can make your own three-dimensional Christmas tree. That's what this is. These are not icicles or anything like that. They're actually layers of a 3D Christmas tree. You've got the baubles that you can decorate with it. You've got the main arm for the Christmas tree that all the layers fit onto. Absolutely magical. If I just show you down here, this is what the Christmas tree can look like. I say how it can look. There's 4 different colorways for the Christmas tree. So you can have it in a different shade of green. You can have it with gold flecks. You can have it in white. All the colorways for the tree and all the colorways for the collection are completely free when you buy the collection today. So that for me is the main focal point of the collection, because you can use it for card making. You can use it obviously for home decor. You can build forests. A forest scene possibly for the centre of the dining table at Christmas time. It would be a magical tree to have. So that's the first part I wanted to show you. Then you've got this magnificent seasonal extravaganza card shape. Now, as you know, with Carnation, they think of everything. The tree will fit in the aperture for this. So if you look at the one that I've got down here on the counter, you'll see that the outside frame is indeed this, and the tree fits in the middle of it beautifully. You've then also got your presents, you've got your steam train, you've got the sleigh, you've got the reindeer, and you've got them in different sizes as well. Colorways for that are free, of course, on the website as well. You've got a bow, and there are different colorways for that, absolutely free. You've got your lighting the season lantern, which is absolutely gorgeous. That's free vignettes as well, the free artwork. And then down the bottom there's more. Here you've got this beautiful foliage. You've got your corners in different sizes, a lovely like an archway of foliage, and that's available in 4 colorways as well. Normally we give you 1 colorway free and then there's a charge for the other ones. These 4 colorways are completely free of charge. It wouldn't be a Carnation release without having a character or 2. So you've got these beautiful robins down here, one that's doing a bit of a high kick with his I don't know what you call them actually, his grippers on his
They're like
feet.
what I imagine snow boots would be like.
Yeah, cool. Ice grippers. And then over here you've got, of course, a traditional church with everyone in silhouette, as you can see, going in maybe for midnight mass. So this collection is nothing short of exceptional. It's a time-limited price. The price will go up. As you can see, it should be £220.93. Today you can get this stunning collection with all that free artwork for £159.99. We do PayPal Pay in 3, and also you can pay with ClearPay if you want interest free and spread the payments over a few payments. That's entirely up to you. It's free UK P&P, so if you'd like it, it's 250601. Get in early. I'll read your mentions and your messages off Facebook and YouTube as we go through the show, so get involved with the show. We'd love to hear from you. So that's the main part of it, and I know many of you have bought all of the elements to give yourself a bigger bundle since we launched this last night. The next part I wanted to show you are these magical frames. These are gorgeous. You've got your DL, you've got your square with the rounded corners, and you've got your circle. And the clever thing is, the Merry Christmas, the Deck the Halls, and the Joy and Light are separate dies that cut into the cardstock. So if you don't want to have that message on there, you just want the shape, you can have it plain, but then you can use the separate dies to cut in the Joy and Light and so on, in all those different sizes. Now these also have got free P&P because you're spending over £50. These are just $69.99. Now I know a lot of you last night when this went live bought these and the main collection together. Feel free to do that if you want to, but you can buy them as a set with a discounted price, or you can buy them individually if you want to on the website, okay? And then finally, we have got the perfect papers. Now these are magical. They will go with all the different colourways that you're getting free with the main collection. So these are generic colours that will work with everything, but you've got some that are patterns, some that are plain, but these are just worth their weight in gold. And many of you I know buy more than one, maybe buy 2, 3 or 4 of these. $14.99, it's 250613 your item number, and you are going to get, remember, in there 48 A4 sheets of the perfect papers, and it's a cardstock, remember, 300 GSM. So those are the 3 main offers we've got for you. Can I just also tip you off about tiny lights, if you want those? A set of 4, 2 in a certain length, 2 are with 8 LEDs and 2 have got 16 on them. They're on the website right now. We've got quite a few of those in stock for you, but imagine those on that 3-dimensional Christmas tree.
Yeah, it
It'd be lovely,
screams
wouldn't it?
for lights on it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It is, without a doubt, probably the collection that most of you, if you don't buy every collection that Carnation does, most of you buy the Christmas one, because that's where you can make your money back. That's where, when you do the Christmas fairs, where you sell maybe to friends and family, colleagues at work, everyone needs Christmas cards. Not everybody celebrates Easter with cards, but certainly everybody sends Christmas cards and wants to buy Christmas cards. But this isn't just card making. This is entirely home decor as well. So it's a really good value collection for that, isn't it?
Yeah,
Laura?
because you've got the tree and with the foliage as well, you can really use that for your home decor. But we'll show you on the board so you can see exactly what they look like when they are cut out. So we've got the card shape to start off with. I love this as the card shape. Obviously this does work perfectly with the tree. Like Dave showed you, the tree will fit into the aperture inside. But when you just break them down and look, that could be your frame, that could be your card base, complete on its own, and then you've got that centerpiece there. I mean, this. And one of the things I will say about this, when I was using it, even though obviously it's with the Christmas collection, I would use that all year round.
I was going to say, that's not just Christmas,
no,
is it?
the pattern on it is just a really nice regal pattern. So that doesn't scream. When you take away that Merry Christmas, you could use that for absolutely any occasion card as well. So you'll use this one all year round. You do have your Merry Christmas sentiment in there with the mat also.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the tree. Now, like Dave said, this is what's going to build up to build that 3-dimensional tree. Now, it will fit into the aperture. You could build this tree on its own. You could use it, like Dave said, decorate your Christmas tables. You know, if you've got those,
as well.
yeah, windowsills. If you've got those 3D villages, I know people have little villages out on the windowsills and things like that. You could make these into that.
You could have a Christmas forest, couldn't you?
You could, couldn't you? There's just so many different ways that you could use it. Equally, I think you'd also use these on their own. You could use those bigger ones and pop some florals, and that's the background that you could pop in. So you could equally use these on their own as well. Now you do get them in, I call that like the forest green.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get it, now look at these ones. They look as if they've got lights in them.
Like flecks of gold, like a faux illumination. There we go. I love it.
Now imagine putting the tiny lights on there as well, when it's already giving you the effect of little lights in there as well. It would look so good. Then you also get it in like the forest.
You're snow-tipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you also get the gold.
And these are free. All these colourways are no charge at all. When you've bought it, just go to the download section and you'll see all the artwork there. Just tap in Wondrous Tidings. It'll probably be on the top of the list of the downloads anyway. And you can print off all the artwork right now. It's on the main page. Yeah.
Right, and then with the tree decoration, so this is the stand that makes the tree. This will slit in there, so that will give you the stand. So if you want to use it just as a tree, you can just use it like that. So it'll stand on its own. And I will show you how you pop them on. So you don't have to glue them, they will just sit into place. You've got which could be your, that could be the string for the lights, or it could be tinsel, just the decoration. Then you've got the baubles and the bows. Now you also get them in the 3 different colorways to coordinate with what colorways you want to add in, which I just think is amazing. So you're getting those 3 colorways on there. And then we go on to our composed for Christmas. Now you do get the 3 different colorways. Oh, have I missed one? Oh, yeah. I found it. It was stuck to the other one. In this as well. This, I think, is probably my favorite one. You can absolutely use this in home decor as well as your cards. You've got so much decoupage to add in. You can build these up so much. You get them in the green with the red. Mm-hmm. Then you get them in almost like the gold and almost like a, it's almost like a pinky red, isn't it?
Like a fuchsia red, yeah.
And then you also get them in the white, and I love that.
And I'm just thinking, if you bought the collection last year that featured the sleigh and the reindeer, all of this is going to work with that beautifully well as well. Because remember, that was one of the colourways of the sleigh last year.
Okay.
So this is going to work with the collection that you probably ordered last year too. Perfect.
So pretty. The detail.
All those colours, bearing in mind you're getting 4 colourways and quite a few things, all of them will work with the perfect papers as well. Nick and the team have made sure that's going to happen.
Yes, and then you get the bow. So you've got the 3 different colourways in this. I adore this. Again, you know, you can cut into them so you can make them different sizes as well. So you don't have to have the big bow. You've got the little ones there. You could add these onto the presents, add those onto different things. And again, great if you're doing your own gift bags and things like that. You can pop them onto those.
And a bow isn't just for Christmas.
No, you'll use that all year round. And then look at this. Off to the silhouettes.
Off to midnight mass. And the glow. Can you see the glow,
glow
of the light
yeah.
on the people? You're getting that artwork free. You don't have to recreate that. That's absolutely done for you. But the glow from the lights coming from the church, just radiating off the people going to midnight mass. Love that.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, you've got so much detail on there as well. You could go in and snip into these as well. And then we've got lighting the season. It's just lovely, isn't it?
Again, not just for
Absolutely
Christmas.
lovely. No, you could use that all year round. You've got the flame as well that you can pop into the centre and build that up. And again, this one, you do get the mats to go on the back. So for me, I'd use this as a card shape as well because it is large enough that you could use that as a card shape.
I love this, Robin.
I do. I think these are my favourite. They are so cute. The detail in the artwork on these, they look fluffy.
Yeah.
They
look
are
so happy.
absolutely adorable. And again, you could slot those into so many different cards as well. You could even make these into just winter birthday cards. It doesn't just have to be a Christmas card that you could be using these for. They work in so many ways and they fit into all of these scenes really, really easily as well. And then from the workshop, so you've got all of your scene building ones to add in here. You've got your sleigh, your reindeer, you've got the train, and I love that you've got the different sizes as well. So you could pop the train into the sleigh if you wanted, so it looks like the toy that's getting delivered. You've got the presents that you can add in, or you could pop these under the tree. So really nice way of using them. So that is the Wondrous Tidings collection.
So that's the one that's on the screen now, 250601. You'll get all of the dies. They'll be dispatched straight away if you order now. I know I always say this each month, but at 2 o'clock this afternoon, usually the postman arrives here to pick up your orders. You may get it as early as tomorrow. You could be printing off the vignettes and all those different colourways right now, free of charge. We do have Pro Paper in the show as well, which we're going to talk about a bit later on, which is what we recommend to print onto that. But that's the collection. 250601, it's 159.99. It will go up eventually to 220.93. It's a limited time offer, so get it today and look forward to months and months and months of making. So that's the combined price of all of those. Normal price is 199.99. That's what it will go up to. 159.99 saves you 40 odd pounds off the price if you order it today, and it'll be with you in the next couple of days. Now these incredible frames we're about to show you as well are lovely. And remember, as I said before, I've just turned the dies round a little bit so you can see. Not only have you got the die to cut out the frame around the back, but you've also got these individual sentiments just there. All these individual sentiments are separate. So you can choose where you place them. If you want to do them all the way around the frame, you can do that. If you don't want to use them and just have a solid frame, you've got that as an option as well. So all of those are separate dies, so they're very versatile.
Yeah, and you can use the negative from these as well, because when you cut these out, so you can see the wording is cut into the cardstock, so you get that lovely colour coming through from underneath. But then you've also got the word joy that would be essentially a waste. So you can use the wording from the negative from this as well. So if you want to maybe cut this one out, leave the wording out, and then maybe you want to add in the wording from another one, and you can stick the wording on top. So you can kind of mix and match it if you do it that way as well. But you do have the option with the wording. So if you wanted to, you could just have the wording coming down the side, or you could just have the wording on the top of the bottom, or you could just have the wording going across the top and leave the others just as a solid colour. But you do have them in the different sizes, and just to give you an idea of how you can mix and match these up and use them in different ways, different colours as well. It really does bring the colours of the cards together.
And depending on what you cut them out of, the smaller ones, you can actually use those as maybe coasters on coffee tables.
You could use them as coasters,
yeah.
Like you could use them as baubles, so you could cut this middle one out, put a picture inside, put some string in between the two layers, and then you've got a bauble to go on the tree.
Or the small one could be a tag on gifts.
It could be a tag on gifts, yeah, so you could cut that, and then you've got that as a tag. There's so many different ways of actually using them. And so you could see the circle there, and then the last one is the square, which is such a lovely size as well. So for your card bases as well, they're going to work so lovely. But yeah, they're usable, and especially as well, these, because they're wording, every Christmas collection that you have got at home is going to work with this.
Totally.
Absolutely anything. You could even cut these out and put stamps in the middle and do your stamping scene with these. These will work with everything.
Now let me thank again the brilliant design team at Carnation Crafts, because they have been having so much fun making these cards for you. So they start Christmas even earlier than we do, because they get these, you know, a few weeks before the actual launch show, which is what you're watching right now. But look at this, using that beautiful frame as a base, and then having that three-dimensional tree inside it. You can, all those layers on the tree lock into the main pole on the tree. You can, if you're using them for home decor, add some glue, but obviously if you're posting it, this will actually lie flat for postage. So don't glue it. If you're just going to post it in an envelope or something like that, just put them in. It's a lock and turn mechanism. That's what locks the branches of the tree in place. So it will lie flat if you're going to be putting it in the post. Here's that beautiful lantern using some of those gorgeous frames.
Oh, that one's got tiny lights on.
Ah, oh yeah, didn't notice that. Now, I don't know if it will show up because the lights are so bright in the studio. You can see a little bit. I'm just flicking it on. There we go. So tiny lights behind the lantern. So that's how good the tiny lights are. Here's another one with the tree. Let me just show you this one. Look at this. Look at this. This is magic. Absolute magic. Into an easel card. There you go. Absolutely gorgeous. That three-dimensional property, isn't it beautiful? You can decorate it with your baubles. We've got the train coming out of what looks like a tunnel. Ah, great use of the frames there. Very clever, that one. That's Janine Dawson's done this one. Remember, all the colourways are free, and you get 4 with the foliage, and you get 2 colourways with the bow, and you're going to get 4 colourways with the tree. There is the foliage in that lovely frosty white. I've got to show you this one too. This is another absolute gem of a card. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This one, another one in one of the other colourways. This is the golden tipped tree, this one. This is by Sue Dalrymple, who's made this one for us. But absolutely beautiful.
They look so different in the different colourways, don't they, as well?
Totally. And you can see how it lies flat for postage as well. But equally, if you want it three-dimensionally, you've got that capability as well. It's just crying out for the tiny lights as far as I'm concerned. Sue Dalrymple has done that one too, with all the bows on it as well. Isn't it magical? And think about last year's Christmas collection, which I know hundreds of you purchased. This is going to complement and go with it beautifully. It really, really is. So today, just so there's no confusion, the main collection is $159.99. It will go up later this month to $199.99, so you're getting a £40 discount. That's for absolutely everybody. Free P&P. And it will be with you as soon as possible. If you are watching in America and one of our fantastic USA viewers, you too can order this. Your postage for the collection will be £4.95. And if you're ordering something like, say, the Pro Print paper or the Perfect papers, that will be an extra £10 in shipping and handling, £14.95 for you if you're in the USA. I've just got to quickly say hello to a few of you watching on Facebook. Carol Keeling says morning. Karen Richardson, Linda McLeod, good morning, Laura, Dave, and Bunny. Yes, Bunny's directing today. It's Christmas, yay! Love from the workshop, she says. Pearl Farrier, morning, Laura and Dave, and fellow crafters. Looks like it's Christmas in June! Exclamation mark! It always is. Linda Wilson says, morning, love the Christmas collections from Carnation Crafts. Have ordered a few dies instead of the whole collection this time. They are individually on the website if you want to do that. Thank you, Linda. Julia Garland says, can you give card sizes in inches for envelope size? Important in the USA. Thank you. Do we know the size of the main card
All the measurements for all of the dies will be
on the website. Okay, so they're on the website. Okay, Karen. No, that wasn't Karen, was it? Karen says, "Good morning, Dave, Laura, everyone. Ordered everything this morning. Won't be crafting for the next 12 weeks, as last Sunday I fractured my left arm. Oh, bless you. Bruised ribs. But she said she will be looking forward to using it in the future. She says, happy birthday, Dave, for tomorrow." Thank you very much, Karen. What a beautiful collection. Morning all from Jackie Woodward. Pearl Farrier. Are the tree colourways free? Yes, absolutely they are. All 4 colourways absolutely free. I'll do more of your messages a bit later on, but let's get to demo. Let's show you how it works, how you can put the tree together.
Right, so I'm going to start off with, let me just straighten that up because that will annoy me. I'm going to start off with the seasonal card shape first of all. So we're going to start with the base. I am going to put the tree in this, but I just want to use this as my card base. Now I'm using this slightly different for this one, so you do have tabs on here to make it stand out, but I don't need them, so you could either just cut them off for this, or like I'm doing, I'm just going to glue them on the back.
Before you started working for Carnation, Laura, and working in craft, you know, in general as your job, when did you start making Christmas cards? Was it about this time of the year?
No.
No?
No, it was a bit later for me.
Okay.
I'm not an organised person, Dave.
Are you?
No.
I thought you were.
No. I'm a last minute
Laura.
Sally. I am. Yep.
That'll be your nickname now.
I did that. Do you know what though? The first, I think it was like summertime that I first bought my first ever craft. It was a paper kit. Was the first thing I bought because I thought, oh, you know, it's all there for me. I'll give it a go, and I didn't really do much with it. And then it was, I think it was like September time. I seen a Christmas kit, and it had a stamp in it. So I thought, oh, do you know what? It's got a stamp, so I won't run out.
Yep.
So I can make them all look kind of the same. And then that was when I first really did any cards, and it was for Christmas. I do like, and I think Christmas, we all, even if you don't make cards, even if you do scrapbooking or memory booking, or if you do home decor and thing, I feel like everybody crafts in some type of way for Christmas.
Yeah, and they don't even realise it's craft.
No.
Also, this collection is superb, as I said before, for home decor. You know, the 3-dimensional tree, the lanterns, all of that can be used in decoration in the home, not just for card making. So it's a good investment. And I think the Christmas collections are that. They are an investment because they're going to be appropriate next year, in 10 years, in 20 years' time. None of this artwork is going to be dated in a few years'
No,
time.
and that's the lovely thing. When you look at the artwork, even if you look at it and you think, oh, if somebody had given me a card with that artwork on 10 years ago, it would still look lovely today.
Yeah.
So it's going to be exactly the same. It's never going to date. It's really lovely artwork. And you've got the different colourways there as well, which I really love because, you know, my colourways that I'd want for Christmas might not be the colourways you love for Christmas.
Out of the 4 trees, what's your favourite colour? Is it the white one? Is it the white tips? Is it the green?
I think it's the one with the white tips.
The white tips, yeah, the frosty one.
Yeah.
That's
Either
what
that
you're using
one
in this
or
demo.
either that one or it would be the full green one.
Right.
But then, you know, that might not be yours. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
like you can make them.
And you know, nothing stopping you putting glitter on the branches of the tree if you want to.
Oh yeah,
making
if you
it a
wanted
bit
it like tinsel, you could add some. You could even add some of those. You can get like those thick flakes, couldn't you? You could pop some of those on with some glue.
To make it look like tinsel, you
yeah,
could wrap it round.
you could really go to town, and especially as well with the grandkids. Like you could pop these together, and then they could decorate their own tree. And add their
Jackie
own little
Woodward
bits in
says,
there.
"Oh dear, I'm going to be skint this month." Hi, Jackie. Sorry.
Aww. But think how much fun you'll have.
Exactly.
Right, so
But I said to you before we came on air that out of all the collections during the year, this is the one that I think you could make your money back and make a good profit for yourself or for charity very easily because people, you know, are prepared to pay decent money for cards at Christmas, and they want something different. They don't want to buy the selection boxes that everybody seems to get that are just so cheap and nasty.
no, that's it. And the lovely thing with these as well is you could make you could make little packs with these.
Mm.
So like, you know, you've got the different colorways there. So you could make the same card using the tree, or using, you know, if you were just going to use the Compose for Christmas, so you've got that the lovely foliage, you could do that and do it in the different colorways, and just do like little packs of 6 cards. So you could make the same card in the different colorways, and then you've got, you know, the different color cards there in a pack ready to go.
Now, Janet Brown says, is it only some of the colourways that are free, as they're on the website at £20 for the full set? They are definitely free for the tree, all 4
You
of them.
get 4 for the tree, 3
for
for
the
the bow,
foliage.
and 3 for the foliage.
There we go. Yeah.
So there's probably extra colorways, like we do with all the collections. So I'd say there's probably extra ones available.
You normally
but
get
those
one colourway
ones,
free, but
you
the
normally
ones,
get one, yeah. But
you
you
can get 3 or 4
4
on the
for
website.
4 for the tree, 3 for the bow, and 3 for the Compose for Christmas.
And we'll double check that on the website for you, but that's the way it is. Christine Bell says, morning Dave. Carol George says, love this collection. Jenny West, hi Dave, Laura and Bunny. Happy birthday, Dave, for tomorrow. Thank you, Carol.
Aw.
Yeah, happy 60th from Jackie Woodward. Thanks, Jackie. Yeah. Morning, Laura, Dave and Bunny. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. It's my mum and dad's anniversary today and my birthday tomorrow.
Ah, and are you going to do anything nice when you go home?
We went on holiday a couple of weeks ago, so that was really kind
Oh,
of a
that was
birthday
for
break.
that, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Right, so we've done our card. Now I just want to show you the tree. Now, when these cut out, you'll see you've got little slits on the bottom, and you do get the stand as well. So if you wanted to use this on its own, so if you were doing a little scene, or you wanted it on your kitchen table, you know, your dining table for your Christmas dinner, you can see that that will give you the stand. So that will stand up on its own.
Now, what GSM do you recommend for the tree? Because obviously it's important that it stands upright and doesn't flop or anything like that.
This is 120, but obviously it's double-sided, so it's
So
240.
yeah.
So
Well, that's strong enough.
yeah, yeah, and I would say you need it to be double-sided as well, especially when you're doing like the home decor.
Sure.
You know, you want it to be double-sided. You don't want any
Don't really
you
white
don't want
bits.
any whites, yeah, coming through. And then if I pop this off.
So if it's
Yeah.
for home decor, you can glue it. If it's for post, don't glue it because it will then lie flat in
Yeah.
the envelope. Yeah.
And then the card shape, you can pop this on there, like so. And you'll see that will fit. So that will stand up
Yeah. Again, everything's been thought
There.
through.
like that.
There you go, look at that. That's the pole that all the different layers of the tree will fit onto.
And then, and I'm
It's nice
just,
that you've got the option to either use it separately or use it in the frame.
yeah, it does. And then before I pop that in there, I'm going to show you. Right, let me show you over here. So when you've cut this out, you can see you've got those little notches.
Mm-hmm.
So, and on the branches, you've got a circle. That's not coming out very well. Let me grab that. There. So you've got that circle, and you've got almost like that little key.
Like a keyhole, yeah.
Yeah, this there. So that is going to help you pop this on. So that will fit on there like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to go through. So this is one of the larger ones. So this is going to go right down
So
to
go down in
the
equal
bottom.
increments, so the biggest
Yeah.
one goes on first, yeah.
And then when you get to there, all you're going to do is turn it so that that lock
Yeah.
is on the side. And then that is going to keep that in place. And then obviously we're just going to keep building on that then, so it'll stay flat.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lovely thing with that, obviously it's not going to go anywhere.
Nope.
And then when you pop it down, that will go, so that is what's going to allow you to leave it go flat. So like we said, if you wanted to make it as a table decoration, something home decor, then absolutely you could, once that goes in place, pop a little bit of glue there, and you'll have glued that in place, so it's not going to go anywhere. And especially if you want to go in and add like we said, maybe string, or you want to add in, you know, your own decorations
Tiny
to it,
lights.
yeah, then you've got that sturdiness there. But
By the way, the tiny lights are only $14.99, and you do get 4 strands. 2 of them with 8 lights on, and 2 with 16 on. So you can really wrap them around the tree, or use them around the frame, or put them behind the lantern that we showed you in one of the earlier cards. They come into their own with collections like this, tiny lights.
yeah, they really, really do. And then I'm just gonna, all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna keep adding in some more of these branches. Now I'm just gonna pull the one down that I've already added in.
Jane Latos says, I'm back on the naughty step again. I think a lot of us will be with this one.
It's so pretty though, isn't it? And like we said, I think Christmas is that time where we all craft more than any other time, because, you know, you're giving cards to so many different people.
Well, Nick, who was chief designer here at Carnation and chief artist, he showed me the prototype of this about 2 months ago. So I knew it was coming, and I couldn't wait to see it with all the coloured in ferns and stuff, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, when I first seen it, I seen it in white.
Yeah,
it was
me
just
too.
white cardstock, and it was like, you just instantly want to see it on here with all the colourways
Exactly, yeah.
and everything on there. Right, so I'm just going in and popping these in. Twist. Oh, actually, I'm going to pop that one down one.
Doesn't take long to come together, does it?
No, you can see it, how quickly they'll start coming together, and it fills up really quickly as well. But what I'd like to do is, once you've popped all these on, just like you would with your normal tree, you know, if you've got your tree, you'll pull all the branches out, and then you go in and then you start fiddling with them then, and so you can go in. And
if you're thinking, well, 240 isn't really sturdy enough for me, you can use heavier weight cardstock for the main pole of the tree if you wanted to. Nothing stopping you doing that.
No, and I think it also does depend what you're going to do with it.
Yeah.
Like if you are doing it as like table decorations or something like that, you could do them as name settings. You could have like a little bit of ribbon on, or like a tag with the name, and then you could have them on, they could be on the plate.
It could be, yeah. But imagine them maybe on the kitchen windowsill. If you've got a kitchen that looks out to the road or the driveway or something, you could have a whole kind of forest of trees there, and it look lovely. Not just in the lounge, not just on your cards.
No, because some people do that as well, don't they? They have like Advent doors on their windows. I've seen people posting like Advent on their doors.
And you can have a little Christmas tree maybe in the kids' bedroom. You know, this could be a tiny little Christmas tree on the bedside cabinet. Maybe you're a person, or you know someone that doesn't go to the effort of getting Christmas tree decorations down from the loft or the attic. My mum and dad don't bother now. They just have a tiny little tree. These are perfect to use in that way as well.
Yeah, you could just be mad like me and have way too many trees.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that too. I do go overboard at Christmas.
Yeah, I do. My daughter's got a pink tree in her bedroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that she has to decorate. So that's always fun, because
When do you put your decorations up?
It depends. Normally, maybe the second week of November.
Second week of November?
Yeah, I put them up
right.
in November.
Oh, you're ahead of me. I thought I was early. 1st of December we normally do it, but
No, I am early.
so you get the most out of the decorations.
Yeah, or maybe it'll either be the last but 1 week or the last week of November. Normally it's around then, but yeah, by November they've definitely been up for a minimum of a week. So yeah, I like it. My Christmas decorations up, but then I hate putting them down then, because the whole house looks completely bare when you put them down.
It takes a few weeks to get used to it not being decorated, doesn't it?
Although I do like pulling them down and just having a good clean of everything. Right, and then
It's coming together beautifully. How many more layers? 3?
yeah, but you can add in as much or as little onto these layers if you wanted to. So you could keep. Oh, do you know what I've just thought?
What?
You could do. Have you seen those trees that have got gaps in the layers?
Oh yeah.
And they've got like train sets on.
Yes.
You could do them with you could have little gaps in, and you could pop like the train in the layer, couldn't you? Or pop something in.
So remember, there are 4 different designs to the tree. The one that Laura's using is the snow-tipped branches, but there's a full green one, there's a white one, and there's one that looks like it's got lights on it, like faux illumination. But I just think wrapping tiny lights around that would just be magical.
Yeah, and then if I just pop that down that way, you'll see then how that will fold flat. I equally think on a card, that looks amazing like that.
Yeah.
Even if you've just stuck that flat onto a card, having all that dimension on there does look amazing. And then the other thing you can do before I stick that into the card is you've also got these bits. So you've got these that you could add these onto them. So obviously I pop these on while you're in between each layer. So you'd get your layer and pop these on as you're going. And then what you can do with these is you could either have them as decorations, so that could be like the ribbon or the twine or the wire onto your tree, and then you can attach the lights on to that as well. So even down to the detail of having the wire for the lights.
Yeah.
So you could add that in that way. And then you also have the bows that you can fit in as well. So you could even
gorgeous.
pop those in there. Now you were going to use those all year round on so many different projects. They will fit onto the presents as well, so you could even mix those into there. So so you've got different options. I know some of the design team have as well. If you wanted to, you don't want to use that, you could just pop these on the ends of the tree while you're making it. So you could pop the tree back up and then pop them onto the ends as you go in that way as well.
If you've got tiny little charms, maybe little metal charms, you could add those onto the tree as well if you wanted to. On YouTube today, Vera Bow. Hello, Vera, from our design team. Morning all. Fabulous collection. Absolutely, Vera. Good morning from Philadelphia. Carnation Crafts is the only thing that gets me up at 5 a.m. Ordered the Wondrous Tidings and Seasonal Sentiments frame set. Haven't got your name, but thank you very much for getting up early and welcome.
Wow.
And gorgeous, says Nicola Badley. Amelia says, good morning. Beautiful collection. Can't wait. Annie Foxall says, happy Christmas to all, just bought the lot. Willpower of a demented gnat. Nicola Badley says, tea and toast for me for a while. Yeah, because you're ordering the collection. Nothing wrong with tea and toast.
No, absolutely not. So once you've popped that in, like I have now, so what I would do then is just go in and fluff all of these little bits out. So just go in with your fingers and just all of those little layers, add in all of that dimension into there. And now go in with those tiny lights if you wanted to as well and fluff all these out. And then all I'm going to do then is you've got your sentiment and I'm going to add some of the presents as well. So let's just pop this that way so I don't damage it. So let's add in some of these. Let's add the sentiment in first. So the sentiment I've cut out in the same colour, that bluey green from the Perfect Papers as I've done in the background. So that colour, and this one has got lovely snowflake design.
And they are an absolute must. I mean, when you consider they're only $14.99 and you get 48 sheets of 300 GSM card. And remember, as you're going to get so many different colourways for nothing this time with this collection, that's been taken into account. All the colours of the card will work with all of the colourways that you get free.
Yeah, and even though you're getting those 4 different colourways, I feel like the 4 colourways are kind of like your classic Christmas colours.
Yeah.
So they will still work with other collections that you've got at home already, or cardstock that you've got, or anything like that, because to me they are your classic Christmas.
Well, you can do what we do and maybe do some boards of the different coloured vignettes and get people to choose. If maybe you take commissions from people, if you offer to make cards for people, you can say, well, what tree do you want? Do you want a frosty tree? Do you want a green tree? Do you want one with lights on? What colourway do you want your foliage? People can pick. You can make cards to order.
Yeah, that's a nice idea as well, because you could do things like that, and then they could, or you could even just add in the decoration bits and you can just change it. But that's the lovely thing as well, is you can change it to whoever you're gifting it to then. If they like, you know, bright colours and everything on their tree. You know, I feel like everybody's tree is different.
Pearl Farrier on Facebook says, ordered, must start making Christmas cards now. Absolutely, that's the whole point, getting early so you can just take your time. I mean, when do the Christmas fairs start? They kind of sometimes start in September, October, don't they?
I feel my birthday is the last day of September,
Right.
the 30th of September, and I can guarantee you every year by my birthday, Christmas is everywhere.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's always around the end of September. You find Christmas things everywhere.
I wonder when Nick and the team were designing this. Probably straight after Christmas last year.
Yeah, I was going to say, it probably just rolls into Christmas,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Because it takes a long time to get all of this produced and all the artwork done, getting the dies manufactured. It doesn't take just a couple of weeks.
No. And they are. And it is one of those, though, that you do tend to. I always say, I've said this before, but every year I always say to myself, next year I'm going to just try and aim for one Christmas card a week.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like, but you do make, even if you do only make for yourself, so for people that you're giving cards to, you make so many cards at Christmas.
Also, look at what Laura's done, and imagine if that was in a card shop. I know that's a bit of a swear word, but if you go into a card shop and you saw that on a shelf, you'd be drawn to it because it stands out, it's different, and it would be a heck of a price. It would be very expensive. But if you're in a card scenario in like a craft fair, you want your cards to stand out, you want them to get noticed, and that's what everybody always says about carnation cards. They're always the ones to go first. They're always the ones that people want to get their hands on, especially a three-dimensional Christmas tree like this.
Yeah, and it really does catch your eye straight away, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as you look at it. I'm just going to add in one more there.
Beautiful.
There. And then if I lift that up.
There you go.
Careful.
A completed festive frosty Christmas tree in the frame as well. And if you've just joined us, we did start about 10 o'clock this morning. We've got 3 live shows today, 10, 12 and 2. If you look at the main collection, this is what you're going to get today. And it will go up to $199.99 a little bit later this month. But what you've got is spectacular. You've got that extravaganza card shape, which is gorgeous, which you can use totally all year round. It doesn't say Christmas really, although it works beautifully well with the Christmas tree because the aperture is the right size to put the tree in, as Laura's just shown you. This is the one that gets me, the seasonal extravaganza even card shape, with the different layers of the tree, the baubles. You've got the wires that you can hang, of course, the baubles from and the lights from as well. That's in there. The bow. You've then got these beautiful toy trains, you've got the reindeer, you've got the small sleigh, the large sleigh as well, the presents and the bells. The lantern is gorgeous. All of this foliage, remember, with these corners and these beautiful bouquets, these are available in 4 colourways as well, free. You've got the robin, or 2 robins, and you've got the church with the midnight mass. You can use it with the people or not, it's entirely up to you. And as well as that, if I just show you another card, if I grab this one, if you like the look of this card, that one there, that's using the frame. There we go. So how beautiful are those frames? You can buy them on their own individually, or you can get them as a set of 3. That's always the best price when you buy a bundle. You get the best discount, $69.99. And the words, remember, cut out of the cardstock. So you'll have the positive and negative of the letters which you can use. There'll be no waste or anything like that. And each message or each sentiment is a separate die. So if you only want to put the deck the halls or whatever at the top, rather than all the way around, you can do that. If you want to have none of the wordings, you just want the actual round square frame as a block, you can do that. So they're all separate for that reason. You've got the rounds, which are Merry Christmas, the rounded square, which is Deck the Halls, and Joy and Light in the DL shape, 250609. They are just £69.99. Michelle Franklin says, such a beautiful collection. Again, watching poolside in Cyprus.
Oh.
Ooh, we're not jealous, Michelle, at all. Karen Richardson says, stunning card. Sonia Kim says, no, not already. Yeah, already. Christmas starts in June in the craft world.
It's always June, though, isn't it? We're not too early. It's
but
always
we
June.
are a couple of weeks ahead of anybody else.
We are.
Yeah, we're the first launch that I've known for Christmas 2025. And it's the most eagerly awaited collection of the year for everyone in the craft world. So here's your Christmas from Carnation today. And as I mentioned before, if you were lucky enough to get the collection last year that was equally as stunning with the sleigh and the reindeer and everything, this is going to kind of complement and work with that as well, because the colourways are complementary. And today you're getting so many free colourways. You normally get 1, but you're getting in some cases 4, in some some cases 3 different colorways that you can print off right now and use straight away. If you order now, the postman will dispatch it from our warehouse next door here this afternoon. 250-601 is your item number if you want to go for the main collection today. And don't forget, we have also got, just as a quick heads up before we get to our last demo this hour, Pro Printing Paper, we've got taster packs. This is what we always recommend to print onto. I know many of you are converts and use it religiously. We've got taster packs in different GSMs on our website for just £4.99. So if you fancy trying, and if you want the artwork to look as good as it does in the studio here, this is what we use and this is what we recommend, because the ink sits on the paper rather than sinking into it and dulling down. So you get a lovely vibrant print. So that's on the website if you want that. Lovely. Right, next demo then, Laura.
Right, so I'm going to use the seasonal sentiment. Okay, so this is the DL one, and I'm just going to show you quickly. So this is what that will cut out. So you can see how we said you can mix and match the wording in. So that will cut out and give you that frame, but then the wording is separate, so you can pop that in. Now, if you wanted to, depending on the composition of your card, maybe you only want it there, like this one I've done, I've got it going all the way around. Maybe you only want it there because this bit's going to be covered anyway,
or on the top,
or
or
yeah,
the
maybe you just want it there, maybe you just want it there. So you can mix and match where you pop these in. You've got them there to go all the way around, but you don't have to pop that in. And equally, I think this is such a lovely one
Michelle
that
Franklin,
will go with everything.
Michelle Franklin says the frames are exceptional. I agree with you, Michelle. They really are lovely.
They're such, for me, these are kind of your, almost like an essential Christmas one, because this will go with anything, absolutely any Christmas collection you have, this will work with.
And also you could put them in frames, picture frames, if you've got the right size, and then have a family picture maybe of last Christmas or Christmas is gone by, with that as like the mount around it.
Yeah, you absolutely could do something like that, and they're going to be everything there for you. They could be your apertures for your cards, they could be your card bases, they could be, like Dave just said, your frames, they could be your name settings. You could even make like little plaques with these for your home deco, and you could decorate them like that. So there's lots of different ways of using it. So I've just got that one there now, and then I've got another one exactly the same that I'm going to pop on, because that is going to be my card.
Right.
Okay, so I've got two then.
Just
the
thinking
same.
the smaller one, you could actually, where it's got joy and light on the smaller, this one here, if you wanted to, you could leave the bottom off and just have the top, and that could be place settings on the table just there. There we go. So if you just use that one there and didn't use that one, you could put joy and light and then the person's name for the dining table. That could be a place setting like that.
Yeah, it's such a nice idea. And that's exactly what I mean. The Christmas time is a time where I feel like we craft other things as well. Like we could be doing crackers or name settings and things like that, or gift bags or tags even. So I feel like Christmas is always the busiest time for crafters.
It's my favourite time of the year.
It's my favourite time of the year as well. I love Christmas. I feel like sometimes I feel like I love the Christmas more than my kids do.
I love the run up to it too.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It's always over too quickly. But
like
I love
Christmas Day, 100%. My kids will say they prefer Christmas Day to anything. But like for me, I love putting the tree up and getting the decorations and going shopping.
Every year I just go, usually on my own, to London just to walk up Regent Street and just to take in the lights, the Christmas markets. I just love it.
Oh,
Yeah,
see, like things like that, and the smell of like mulled wine and just, I love it.
Chestnuts.
Yeah, love it. Right, so we've got now our card base. So I'm just going to bend that back slightly. So that is going to be our base now for our card. So you've got that lovely window there.
Like an easel, yeah.
Yeah, for our card, which just looks lovely. Now, obviously, if you wanted to, you could put the back in there. For this one, I want it like that, nice and open. So we're going to go in now with our lantern first. Now, I've got two of these. So you can see this one, I've just cut away like the handles, the handle on the top, just to add that in to give it a bit of height. So I'm going to pop some foam tape on the back of here. Cut this up.
Well, we are exceptionally busy for this collection. We'll let you know exactly what we've got left in the next show at 12, but it's going very fast. I think a lot of people, most people who've been following Carnation for a while know it's coming and actually set some money aside specifically for the Christmas collections.
Yeah, I think that's what we do at Christmas time, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, for me, it is the time where I craft more than any other time of the year. So for me, you know, it's especially, you know, when I did go to craft fairs and I did make and sell my cards as well, you do want something that stands out and that catches your eye. And of course, like with all of the Carnation collections, the lovely thing with these is you can batch make and make these quite quick and easy because you've got the artwork. So you don't have to worry about going in and trying to colour all those little fine lines in and adding in all that detail. Everything is there for you. So even something like this where I've just cut another layer and decoupage that up, if that was a paper pack, I wouldn't do that because I feel like I'm wasting one.
Yeah.
And if I had to colour this in, I absolutely wouldn't do that because I'm not going to sit there colouring in for that amount of time.
And remember, carnationcrafts.co.uk is the website. That's where you'll buy the collection, but also that's where you can download and print off all the artwork in 3 to 4 different colourways, free of charge.
Look at that.
Wow.
And to be fair, we haven't showed you. Can you pass me that die for a sec, Dave?
That one?
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
Because I just want to show you quickly how big these
wow.
are, because these are really large in size. So like we said about home decor, so that one is that one there. You've got the mat as well to go with it. So, you know, home decor, you could pop one there, you know, do it in your mirrored vignettes, pop another one there. You could add that to any card at all, pop a sentiment on, and your card would still look stunning just with that one piece of vignette and die on there, and you would have a stunning card. Now you could use these at the bottom of frames, your home decor. You can see just adding that in just looks amazing. Now I've just popped that bit on first, so because I wanted to kind of gauge where
So you
the
could
lantern was
you
going to
could
go.
actually hang that if you've got some fine wire or maybe invisible thread or something like that. You could actually hang it from the top of the frame too, if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could. You could absolutely do that. Right, we're going to actually, I'm going to wipe
You
that
could
off.
actually hang the lanterns on your real Christmas tree. How good would that look?
Oh, you could, couldn't you? And again, you could even use those as like home decor. And one of the things I said as well, you know, I feel like the lantern is big enough that you could use that with the mat as the card base as well. So you could make your card with the lantern. Then I'm going to go in, look, and add our cute robin into here. So let's grab some tin flour. And we're going to just sit her there like that.
I will show you a few more finished cards in a minute as well to give you some more inspiration.
You can tell the design team have enjoyed
Yeah,
with these. There's
Without
so
a doubt.
many.
without
We're
a
going to
doubt.
add that in there. Let's add in some more because you've got all of these little decoupage pieces that you can add in. So add some more berries.
Wasn't the robin voted the nation's favourite bird? I think it was.
Was it?
A little while ago, a couple of years ago. I can see why though. They're cute. They make you think of Christmas, although they're not just for Christmas, obviously. But
No.
it's what they stand for too. What a lot of people believe robins.
Yeah, is it robins are like loved
When
ones,
robins
aren't
are
they?
near,
Loved
loved
ones
ones.
are near, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
something like that?
No, when robins appear, loved ones are near. Yeah.
Yeah. They are lovely. But to be fair though, I get robins. There was a robin by my kitchen window, I think 2 days ago. I get robins there all year round.
Well, I moved house recently, but in the old house, we had a robin come and sit on our garden furniture and watch the news at 6 o'clock every evening. You could set your watch by it. It's dead
Wow.
every single night at 6 o'clock, and I'd swear blind that's an old friend of mine who passed away because we used to sit and watch the news together. So it's, yeah, it's funny. enough.
That's lovely. And right now I'm just adding in some of these decoupage pieces, but I'm not adding them in as decoupage. I'm just adding them in around just to fill those bits up. And then I had to bring him in as well. Look at him.
I think he's dancing.
Oh, he's
marching.
just so cute. so,
With his
so
snow
cute.
grip shoes on.
Isn't he just adorable? Look, his little hat.
I think he's the mischievous one. He's the troublemaker, that one.
Think?
Yeah.
And he's there. She's there shouting at him, telling him off.
Yeah. Stop mucking about.
Right, let's add a bit of glue on the side and on the bottom bit of there. And then we can pop that.
So this is it, the launch of the first Christmas collection of 2025.
There, like that. And then if I pop that
And what a great
down,
one to start the
there
festivities,
you go.
the build-up, the making and the enjoying. It'll bring a smile to your face, every single one of these. Let me show you some more cards. That's beautiful, Laura, using those wonderful frames. Lots of you have gone for everything. Lots of you have gone for the main collection, the Wondrous Tidings, and the frames, and of course the perfect papers as well. Lots of you have added all three into your basket. If you're in the UK, that's free P&P if you spend over £50. So even if you just buy the frames on their own, they're over 50, so that'll be free P&P as well. In the States, it's £4.95 if you buy the collection. If you add paper or pro print into your order, that's another £10, so £14.95 to get it shipped to the USA. And I'm pleased to say we can still ship to the USA at the moment, which is great. Not everybody's doing that, but we are. So that one was done by Janine Dawson. Hi, Janine. This one, let's just show. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I didn't realise it did this. Oh, it's a double
easel.
Double easel. Look at that. How cool is that? Using the frames as an easel. Oh, this is gorgeous.
And when you see something like that, you would never find a card like that in a card shop.
Never. Or if you did, it would be a fortune. The thing is, I don't think anyone would manufacture it because it would just take too long.
Oh, that's got tiny lights on as well.
That's it?
Yeah, on the side.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, can you see the lights on the side? There you go. So that church scene with the tree in it as well, that's I think it's my favourite so far. Nice one, Vera. Vera Bow did that one. Combining the frame with the church and the tree, you can never have too much on a Christmas card.
No, and you know, the church as well is such a lovely image of the church. And I also think that when you look at the church, if you took away certain elements, you could use that again for like christening cards and things like that as well. Or maybe just the background in a wedding card or anything like that. You could mix and match those up.
We've got literally 2 minutes left on this, the first show. We'll quickly show you the boards as to what you're going to get in the main collection. And of course, this frame die collection isn't just a Christmas piece.
No,
this
absolutely.
is all year round.
You would use that all year round because the pattern in there, you will use that all year round. There's nothing Christmas about the pattern. So different colourways you could use it. Well, let me just give you that Dave in case I lose it.
Okay.
Then you've got the tree and you've got that in your 4 different colourways there. So you can build up these trees in those 4 different colours.
Janet Brown says, are the full colourways free? Yes, the 4 that we're talking about.
The ones that we're showing you,
yeah, the ones that we're showing you are absolutely free.
Extra, but you'll get the 4 for the tree that you can see there. Then you've got the 3 in the
foliage,
the decorations. Yep. Then you'll also have the 3 colourways in the foliage.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see your different colourways there. I love this one. The artwork, it looks as if it's got like specks of gold highlighted on there. So you'll get your 3 colourways in there and then the 3 colourways in the bow as well. So you'll see you've got a bow there that colour coordinates with all of the other colourways that you'll get too. You've got the church with I love the glow on them. It's got so much character to them. You've got the lantern, so late in the season. And you've got
the cheeky robins.
They are so good. And then you've got all of these as well. So from the workshop, these could be the toys, the decorations that you added under the tree or use them on their own completely. They work so well.
Well, get your order in now. We're going to be back with more inspiration at 12 o'clock. That'll be the second show. This is launch day of Christmas 2025 for Carnation. It's so exciting. It's the Wondrous Tidings. It's $159.99 for everything that you can see on the steps. That's including the tree and everything that we've just shown you on the boards as well. If you do want the frames as well, they're available. They go so well with it, but they are also a standalone item at $69.99, and it's all on the website carnationcrafts.co.uk. Okay, we'll be back at 12 then. Whatever you do, stay tuned and enjoy. Order now, and of course Santa's little helpers in the warehouse next door will be packing, and if you order it now, it'll be on its way by 2 o'clock this afternoon. See you at 12 then, Laura?
Yeah.
We'll see you then. Thank you for your order. Enjoy the collection and enjoy printing off the vignettes. We'll see you in about an hour.